Park Committee?
Kind of been appointed to kind of look over the old park shelter house, and we got the playground looking good now. And I don't think we want to build a new one, but the committee decided to kind of disband. I think Darren's still on there a little bit, so we've informed him on what we was thinking. But the shelter house, for just a little money, could be functional till we maybe get a new one built, or if we're going to do that, see how the money comes out. But I got some sheets here. I'll give you guys one. And Don Poff's on there yet, and Travis is really on and off. I mean, he wants to maybe be with it a little bit. I'm one short, but he was up there. But anyway, on that committee, we looked it over a little bit. And if you look at that, we thought maybe running a nice slab of cement out there, say 24 feet, and you come off that deal with a sidewalk going to the play where the kids play at. And there's a few things that needed upgrade, like yanking the fireplace out, because it's junk, and maybe a new sink, stainless steel sink in there because it's bad. Get maybe some lighting, something that the kids can't break the bulbs out. And anyway, the cement project here, if we did new sidewalk all the way around and went out 24 feet, leveled her up, put picnic tables on there, we could have about 30 yards of cement. And I had a guy look it over and everything, and that figure would be maybe $6,000, $200 yard, complete, finished. And I don't know, lights, maybe 500. I don't have the number down, because we're just as a project where if we can get a grant through the gambling deal, I think the total deal here, if I looked at it, fix the bathrooms up, maybe cost $600 a piece. Put some plastic in there. You've been to these bathrooms, you know, in restaurants or different places, and maybe do that. I think $10,000, $10,000 to $11,000 would probably do the whole project. If we could get a grant for, say, 5 or whatever, and the city would be willing to kick in maybe 25 out of the community club, I'm sure we're back to 2,500. So it's something to look at. We got time before we ask for a grant. We won't have the numbers completely. I do have the numbers on the cement, about $6 grand. But if you really look this over, and maybe 3 years we'll get a new shower house up there. For the time being the kids are there, it is nice to have a bathroom open. I don't know if we can do it. We could put security lights, or there's that option if you had to. But on the future deal, and maybe there'd be a little grant for that. A guy could put a T off of here and come out here 20 foot wide, come right off of this park deal, and put that under a V. Now, that's just a long-term projection. We don't want to push that. But then you could have picnic tables here and a shelter right underneath there, you know, just come off with a V out there, so that would sit underneath there. You'd be sitting underneath there, and you'd have about, well, it's 50 feet roughly, so you'd have 20 feet through here. You could have, on the outside, you'd have, you know, be open, see? And that's something we don't want to push here. I'm saying you'd be interested in that, but that's something we could do. They tell me you got money for the shingles. So a lot of people don't think we should tear it down. So this is what we kind of like to do, and if we get approval, we'd ask for the grant. If we get the grant, we'll go ahead. If we don't get the grant, let her go. But I think $500 of lighting and upgrading this here a little bit, and that fireplace, the city guys could take that out of there, couldn't they? A good sledgehammer would sure clean that up. But it's shot. I mean, it has nothing been done to it since '74. The basic structure is solid. There's no cracks in the walls or nothing. So, and then on the inside here, we definitely should paint it all. a nice color so it don't look like a dungeon in there. And that we could put that in. I don't know what that would take. A good spray gun would do a long way there. So that is what the proposal. Give it some thought. And if you guys are interested in that, we'd do that. And
I think that's a nice deal, Gary, if I can just get you to, because I've made a lot of notes across my paper here.
okay.
Can you write down more specifics so that the council
Well,
knows
all right.
exactly?
30 yards of cement would be roughly.
Can you write this all down and then
Yeah.
submit it, get it submitted to?
Yeah. Well, anyway, just to deal so we can, a little chance of going ahead, because I think the meeting for the gambling deal is coming up in about, what, a week or two?
Yeah.
That's why I'm here tonight. And we got to about January something to submit the total numbers of what it's really gonna cost. I'm just throwing estimates out.
It's still in December.
Yeah.
Huh?
December's your final deadline.
Okay. So I'll have all the numbers down, exact cost, so we know where we're at. But the deal is, if you think it's feasible, go ahead. I'd be willing to work on that a little bit and make that reality. And Ed Ryder's on the committee, and yeah, the numbers I don't have. Like I said, I did get a number from Shinnebaum for the cement for $6,000, and that's the high part of it. The rest is, you know.
Well, I think before we jump into another bucket,
Yeah.
done, I think we have to have exact numbers, correct?
Well, I want to give you the numbers, but if you think we got a couple weeks now, we're going to go to that meeting up to Sac City, and so we need to.
Gary, this is for the SAC Endowment Foundation, right? You're writing
Right.
the grant. I believe that you have to have matching funds promised.
Well, that's where we're coming to. We'd like to have matching funds.
You've got to have
If it just says a 10,000 project, I'm
Oh, they
just
won't
saying
accept it.
10,000.
I also think the meeting you're talking about here in October is just the grant writing, to show you how to write the grant.
Right.
Yeah.
But then we got time to get all our numbers together. I'm not worrying about getting the numbers together, so you guys have something to go with. But I'm putting an estimate of about 10 grand on here. Maybe, depending, you never know, sometimes it could be 11. But if I get all the numbers, is the city willing to put in a half of their money? I mean, say 2,500 would be 5,000. And we got to have the money available, otherwise you cannot go ahead. That's what it boils down
It
to.
is the city park.
Right.
It's a $10,000 project, you're asking for 5, or you're asking?
Well, he's saying-
We're asking from the endowment fund for 5,000.
Okay.
25 from the city, the community club pretty well said they would back the 2,500 match, you know. So the most I'd say is out of the city's pocket would be 25 to 3, depends on how the numbers come out, you know what I'm saying. But that's kind of the deal, and if you guys think it's a worthwhile deal, you look it over. I'll get the numbers to you, so you know. We'll get to know what it's going to cost.
Yeah, you gotta get some hard numbers.
Well, I got the hard numbers on cement, but that don't.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, the bathroom's about 600 apiece, and the lights about 500.
I don't think we can go in the box anymore.
Well, I understand, Rick. I know you want it down, but I want to bring this up because we got to have time to get. We got about a month or a half to get this put together.
I'd like to see some really firm numbers.
Thank you, Gary.
So that's all I have to say, but it is, I think, worth saving. So,
Thanks, Gary.
yeah.